Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. Now, we talked about Xfinity. We talked about terrible Christmas movies.
Which, by the way, I haven't seen, but I promise you Max is worse.
We didn't list Max. All right, but now we're going to talk about the 33. Let's check out the trailer.
You lovebirds get the sonogram yet?
It's a boy.
It's a girl.
It's a boy.
It's a girl.
Congratulations on your retirement. 2 weeks and you're a free man.
Is that the only way in?
The only way in, the only way out.
How much longer?
About an hour.
We may be looking at a weakness in the mountain's internal structure.
She's an old man.
It's my job to keep this man safe.
A serious accident just occurred at the San Jose mine.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
That's a big rock.
That's not a rock. That's the heart of the mountain. She finally broke.
And I
33 men trapped underground, and we don't even know if they're alive.
We all know how this goes. The government tells us how much they care, and they do nothing.
was over my head.
How long do they have?
There's food and water for 3 days.
Nothing at all.
I knew this place was dangerous.
Nobody's blaming you.
You are my brother. We gotta pull together to get out of here.
Say something.
3 platforms are now in place specialized in deep drilling.
Será muy tarde.
A huge rock, twice the size of the Empire State Building, shifted.
We're running out of time.
It's not a question of if it falls, but when.
I'm not leaving without him.
If that is our last supper.
I quit.
The last thing we need is these men dying with the whole world watching.
33 men on the ground. 300 mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and we are their only hope.
Let's get ourselves some miners. I believe we'll make it out of here because I choose to believe it. All 33 of us.
Say something.
See you, old man. Up there.
I think everybody remembers this. This was like 5 years ago. 33 trillion miners got trapped down in a mine for 69 days. And we actually, I mean, it's kind of like weird talking about it like this because, spoiler alert, they all got out. I mean, otherwise, or we wouldn't have a movie, I guess. I mean, I guess some could have died, but they didn't. Okay, so that's the whole point of the movie, though. And so it's weird going into a film. I don't know if the reason I've got a lot of problems with it, but
A lot of problems.
so your main stars are Antonio Banderas and Lou Diamond Phillips, and then but there's many other people that we'll talk about.
We'll get to that.
So that's your cast, at least your leads. I think my biggest first problem is that it was only 5 years ago, and I'm not well. Okay, let's start positive. I enjoyed it, and we talked about this before, so it's gonna get fun. I liked the first half because I didn't know how they found him.
Yeah.
Because how do you find somebody who's over almost 2,000 feet below the surface of the earth?
Over 2,000 feet.
Yeah. Once they found him, I remember 5 years ago, I sat up and watched like at 5 a.m, all the miners coming out. I was like, this is amazing. So like once they found him, I was like, what? Okay, now they found you. Now I know you're getting out. I kind of want to go home.
Yeah.
So,
We talked before about the fact that it's really 2 movies. The first half, for me, was super melodramatic and overacted to a degree that makes you just need a barf bag. And once they're found and it becomes kind of procedural about how they get them out, that part actually became a little more interesting to me. We sort of are in reverse opinion.
yeah,
on that.
it's definitely a reverse in that sense because, I mean, to me, like I knew once they found him, done. Like now, let's get to the tone of the film. Because this film, I'm sorry, without Antonio Banderas, is a Lifetime movie. It's a Hallmark Channel movie.
Even with him, it's a Lifetime movie.
It's pretty. When I saw it, I walked out and they said, "What do you think?" And I said, "That's a really well-made movie that should have premiered on television."
Don't you know you're in trouble when the trailers before a movie are about religious miracles and from the producers of The Notebook? If that's what they think their audience is, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And it lived up to that, or down to it.
There's some problems. I want to handle this delicately.
Yeah.
But I don't know why certain people were cast in certain roles.
To me, it's the same problem as casting a Chinese woman for Memoirs of a Geisha. If you think we're stupid, and you treat us like we're stupid, then we usually end up stupider.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of white people in this movie about Chileans. Why
Yeah.
is Juliette Binoche playing an important character in this? Why is Gabriel Byrne playing an important character?
It's Jake Gyllenhaal and Prince of Persia. Let's be
true.
honest.
It's true. It's true. But there are actors of Latin descent that could have done those roles perfectly well.
Yep.
And I have to mention this. I know you don't agree with me. We've talked about this before. But why are they speaking English the entire movie? Why are they speaking English?
Well, I'll give you my answer, and it's not me.
I won't accept it again.
Yeah, it's because most people won't go see a movie with subtitles.
You're right. Again, if you treat us like we're idiots.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, too. And there may be one out there, I just haven't seen it, is I would have rather seen, again, they're all alive. And then at the end of it, they kind of do this real cheesy thing where they're all standing on a beach and they're all like holding hands
Super
and
cheesy.
singing.
Yeah.
So if they're all still alive, I'd rather see a documentary.
Me too.
And there might be one out there. I just don't know
Me
about
too.
it. But maybe I just missed it.
Yeah.
If there is, tell me about it because I don't know. I think with 33 people, it'd be a hard documentary because, I mean, I swear you get every person at least 2 minutes to talk.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
already over an hour.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's one of those things where it should have been documentary. It's way too corny. I think it's too, I almost would say too soon because I still remember everything. You know? So I don't know. I'm at about 2.5 stars. It's a well-made movie that is well made for television.
It's sure. I mean, like I said, by the end of the movie, I liked it more than I did at the start. So I could go 2 stars.
Yeah.
That's probably as high as I could go. Just the melodrama of the first half and the terrible overacting.
Yeah.
And everybody speaking English, which if that's your conceit, if you're going to stick with it, do it. But there's 2 points in the movie where they start speaking Spanish.
Yep. There are some points. I'm like,
Come
and it was funny
on!
when that happened. I was like, this is not bothering me.
Not at all.
It would have been fine.
Not at all.
Fine. So
2 stars.
Oh, there's too many slip-ups for the 33. But
Yep.
hey, they all got out. Good for them.
It is a great story. It deserves to be
the
told.
story itself is amazing.
It deserves
but
to be told.
It should have been told in a better light. I would say.
Much better.
That'll do it for this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. 2.5 stars here, 2 stars there for the 33. We'll see you next week. Huge week coming up. We'll talk about the Hunger Games and we'll talk about Secret in Their Eyes. See you next week.